Hi, so I'm back. I'm just trying to make something healthy. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna make, but I just get all my healthy food out of my refrigerator. And I'm gonna rinse off of these. It's some avocado. I don't know. It looks like it's still might be some good, you guys. It's a nice size avocado, and I think this is some cilantro. And I got some cheese. I know I don't supposed to have too much cheese, but cheese I love. I think go cheese. I'm kind of like Tim Martin because I love cheese just like she do. But then I got some tomatoes. And I'm not gonna use all of this obviously, but I'm just kind of trying to make something up. I'm just freestyling, trying to just like I said, eat all the healthy fruits in my refrigerator before they go bad. Basically, that's the goal. And then so I have some red bell peppers. I think I also have some onions. And my brother showed me this some years back, how to, make like a stir fry or whatever. I'm not sure if that's what you would call it, but, that's kind of the idea of where I'm going with all this. But I'm gonna have some ground beef. A lot of people don't eat beef, but I hadn't been eating beef in a while, but from what I'm trying to make it, right now I think it would go good with what I'm trying to do. And so, but before I do all that, I'm gonna rinse some of these peppers off, and I'm just putting it in the sink like that, and I'm gonna rinse my avocado off like that, and then I'm gonna rinse my tomatoes off like that, and then my cilantro, I'll rinse off too, because you never know what kind of bugs can get into food and stuff like that, especially when you have to go off. And I got my little Iranian bowl, and like I said, I got my little cutting board, which I'm gonna take that off because that's trying to get a while. But yeah, I got me a clean cutting board right there, and but I don't have a lot of knives that I can choose from, but I do have a butter knife, so I'm just making it what it does, you guys. And so I'm gonna start with some cilantro, I guess, and kind of chop some of this off of here, like get that green part cut off like that. I'm just freestyling, you guys. They say to try to incorporate foods that are healthy, but that taste just as good as something that's that you would normally eat if you're not already eating healthy. That's kind of the idea of what I'm doing here. And see, I don't. I think I've made this a couple times before, but I just stuff the peppers, but that's not what I'm doing today. Today I'm just going to saute it. Now, like I said, I don't use canola oil. I doesn't want that vegetable oil, but I do use olive oil. So that's what I'm going to be doing as of right now. Is I'll be putting up my peppers, and these are frozen for some reason. They were in the refrigerator, but they still have like this. They're still kind of frozen. I'm not sure why. I guess somebody placed them in the freezer before they placed them in the place them in the place them in the freezer, but they actually placed them. And ooh, I can make guac with this because it's so soft before they placed it in the refrigerator. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take this out. Because it's nice and soft. Normally, I used to have a hard time opening an avocado because it used to be so hard, to just open. But now I see you have to let it sit and let it get soft or boil, or not boil, but let it sit in some water or do something to make it. Because I don't know how that got soft like that. Because I normally have a very, very hard time opening, avocados. Like I said, these are big and soft avocados, and I think a lot of some of the stuff my husband had gotten from kind of like a whole food pantry. That's what I call it. It's not that's not the name of it, but you might as well say that. And so then I'm gonna try to cut open some of this ground beef as well. In which case, that bowl was for the ground beef, but since I use that for the avocado, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it open like this. And like I said, there's no depth to this, but that's the ground beef. I know a lot of people do not eat ground, like I said. I'm gonna turn my oven on. I'm gonna oven my stove top as well. So that we can get this going. My stove has to be plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. For some reason, the oven doesn't work. That's okay too. I'm gonna have something to work with, something to make this happen. I'm gonna take these off of the stove. I'm gonna move them over here, and then I'm going to I need to get some I need to get another bowl, but I also need to get one of my little TMI bowls. I watch TMI Quick Fix a lot, but yeah, so that's what it's looking like. And I need to get some onions out since I don't have these other peppers and stuff to go with. Last is gonna go the cheese with whatever I'm making, just kind of like stir fry. And then I have some seasonings, but I don't know which seasonings will go best with this. I don't have a lot to choose from, so like I said, I'm just freestyling. And so far, let's see, we have some of this Creole tone crack crackers. I don't know what that is, but we got some of that, and we got some of that Stop Your Mama. I think that would go good with this, even though it's kind of, I don't like the spicy one, but I like the regular one. And then we have some garlic, of course, garlic sauce. Freestyling, let's see. I don't see much more of seasonings besides my like fruit seasoning that I would be able to use with this, but you guys are gonna go grocery shopping very soon, so not too worried. I do have this. I don't know what that's gonna be like, and then I also have like some sea salt, and I don't think that really fits the vibe that I'm going for with this particular meal, but yeah, it's good to just like try to eat more clean, healthier foods, and they say to stick to a calorie deficit for me. And this particular type of this is pure 100% pure ground, 73% lean, and 27% fat meat. So it's not like and they say it's good to have grass-fed beef as well. And I don't know if this is grass-fed, but I'm sure they normally have some type of label, U.S. inspected and passed by the Department of Agriculture. Carne Molida de Res, pure 100% ground beef. And this is what my husband chooses a lot. So at this point, it really just don't matter too much. But yeah, so I just got about this much meat. And guys, you know what? I think I can make a little burger with that and some wheat bread. I didn't even think about that. And just put the avocado and the peppers on top. There we go. See, I didn't think of that. I was just going to make like a little stir fry, but now that I have that idea in mind, I might do that. So we do this. Oh, of course, I gotta get me a pan. So I'm going to get my pan out. And that's supposed to already be heating up, but the grill is not as prepared. Like I said, I'm freestyling, so I got this pan and then I got this pan. And to tell you, I might just use a smaller pan just right now. And I'm going to go and let this be on my stove top as it is getting a little warm. And I'm going to put my, oh, you guys, I need to be walking with the camera. So yeah. And then I'm going to bring all this over here to where my stove top is. And then I'll be putting some, I'm gonna set you up here. I'm putting some of this 100 is Andrea Mac 1840 extra virgin olive oil in my pan so that this can be getting nice and warm. Because you don't use vegetable oil, canola oil in your foods because they contain more fat and it makes your food like greasy. Now I can't really open it. I wish I had my husband here to open this for me. Gosh, this is the part I'm never good at opening stuff, you guys. I open almost everything with my teeth. But there we go. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there and just let that warm up. And then, you guys, I never even get the and this is my peppers. I'm gonna do these first, but really that will needs to get hot or warm or whatever. But I never even get the onions out of the refrigerator because I didn't even know if we had onions. We're gonna go ahead and see. You guys have orange peppers, so that can replace the red peppers. That I keep frozen. That I even have some shredded cheese instead of like sandwich cheese. But since you said we're gonna be making burgers, like a healthier, but now I don't know if it's healthier or not, but I know that wheat bread is less calories than white bread. So it's a start, you know. It may not be completely perfect, but we'll get there. And so yeah, I'm gonna get my onions and I'm going to get my orange peppers out and I'm gonna slice these up and put them in the mix as well. So I'll see you in the next clip. Toodles! Okay, so I got my whole wheat bread. This is the kind I always like to eat. It's Nature's Own whole wheat bread. And I got my mixed peppers and onions. And it's green onions, cilantro, and orange peppers. Because my red peppers, like I said, and tomatoes are frozen. And like I said, I got some garlic seasoning, as well as my Slap Your Mama seasoning. And then I got my oil. I'm sorry about that, you guys. My light kind of switched off. But I got my oil on. And I'm going to just pour these in here like that. I think I lighted up a little too hot, but, you know, I had to give it a do. And so I'm going to let that saute and then mix it around to the chicken. I got my avocado kind of in the same bowl as my meat, and I got some cheese. So we're making these, I just made it up, but I'm making like a special type of burger, basically. I have a regular spoon, so I'm just going to go with this. Yeah, right. There's something that my grandma can make her burgers with eggs. So I'm going to try that. I don't remember her exact recipe or anything like that, you guys. I'm grandma has been there for well over probably 15 years now. I don't know. But I do remember her always mixing her, that's what it was. She used to mix her bell peppers and onions and egg in her burgers, and they were always so delicious. So I'm going to do the class program because I never tried this stuff. Let me see if I have an egg. My grandma there was a very, very good chef. She used to make cakes for like wealthy Caucasian people back in her day. She was kind of like me, like a homemaker slash, you know, caregiver for other people. And, you know, so, but I never did learn a lot of her recipes. Only one day her and my deceased aunt also taught me how to make collard greens and cornbread, but I don't always eat that type of food. But I mean, just kind of go with the flow. Also, my aunt is a farm cooker. You know, I don't haven't associated with her because, you know, we kind of fell out. But other than that, you know, yeah. So I'm mixing, did you see that, you guys? I'm mixing egg with my ground beef. And that's something that I think my grandmother, like I said, used to do. But, you know, and then I have poultry herbs, but I don't have parsley, salt, but I don't have any salt and pepper left in the tea. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I don't have regular salt and pepper. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of going with the flow with things that are already in my pantry. So I'm gonna use some parsley. Ooh, it smells like my grandma's cooking. Oh my God, I miss her. It smells just like my grandmother's cooking, you guys. I can't believe I'm just now remembering how to do this type of stuff.
And my grandma's been dead and deceased over 15 years, and I never get to even pick up the vibe of how she used to cook. So good, her and my aunts. But this is cool, you know, you guys. I don't know how to open this little what is it? Himalayan pink sea salt things. I never saw her use Himalayan salt before, but I'm sure, you know, she probably experimented with it a couple times. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew how to open this, but you guys don't have to see. Oh, it is open. All you have to do is take that way off. So I'm gonna just gonna do this on my ground beef with the other seasoning and egg like that. And I'm just freestyling, you guys, you know. And I'm already making meals that smell like my grandmother's home cooking. So her spirit must be alive in another realm near me, because for sure it feels like she's near me all the time. I think about it so much, but I don't know how true that is, so I won't worry. But you know, we all have kindred spirits where we meet people that remind us of our relatives, whether they're dead or alive. You know, we all have that, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna mix this. I think what the egg does for the ground beef is it kind of holds it together and give it that juicy taste. Don't quote me on any of this, you guys. I don't know. And really, I need my mixer that I never use, so I'm not going to get it out right now and be all bougie. But maybe next time I'll get my mixer out and mix the eggs with the ground beef and the seasoning to make this, you know, traditional meal that my grandmother used to sort of cook for us. Because like I said, I'm just freestyling. So maybe that's what it is. And, you know, so I'm going to do that. And really, you guys, I'm going to take, I think these peppers have sauteed long enough, but I don't know. Even if they're not sauteed long enough, I'm going to start on my burger meat. So I'm going to dump this next to my avocado. And then I'm going to put this back on here, and I'm going to start making the patty already. Alright, and then I do have some real mayonnaise, which is another one of my grandmother's favorite. This and Miracle Whip is what she also would use on her burgers. And I just have some regular sandwich cheddar cheese. And normally she would put like mustard on it as well. And then this is some whole wheat bread, and she uses any type of bread really. So anyway, I don't know, don't quote me on any of this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera off, and then if there's another clip, I'll add it in. Check the two. So I added all my ingredients together, and this is what it looks like so far. I'm gonna add my my avocado, or what do you call guacamole, on the inside lastly. But that's not a really, I don't think that's something that my grandma would have put on hers. So like I said, I'm freestyling. But it smells like my grandma's cooking, you guys. Am I getting somewhere with this or what? But I think it did say that grass-fed beef is supposed to be good for you. Or it's not as bad as the other beefs or whatever. Because if you're going to eat salad, and salad is a type of grass, right? Lettuce is a type of grass. So you might as well eat cow, because the cow is eating grass anyway, right? I don't know. I don't know how you break down the nutritional facts of that, but it's 73% lean. So that's also a good thing. You want to eat lean meat is what they say. Because that counts, beef counts as your protein. So, yeah, I'm not following any diet or regimen plan or anything crazy like that. I'm just saying, like, if you're hungry, get you something to eat. You can't just go on an empty stomach forever. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I'm going to, like I said, lastly, I put a little bit of that avocado, and that completes this little burger, as you would say. Special burger. Bye!